Hello and welcome back to the Opening Kickoff, and your favorite show to watch every single week before the NFL week gets started. Make sure you're subscribed so you never miss an episode. It's normally every Thursday at noon, but it's the playoffs, so it's only on the weekends, so suck our dicks, okay?
We need a moment of silence for both of our teams.
Yeah, rough week.
Ugh.
At least you got to watch your team like compete.
I know. And he was like, that's almost better. I was like, nah, that was rough.
No, I'd rather experience what you experience than
Yeah.
what I experience.
Because, like, at least, too, like, that game, once they got that 3rd and 6 on that drive when they're on their own end zone, if we get that, if we stop them there, we win.
Yeah.
But they got, like, a 40-yard gain, of course.
Dude, and that game-winning, or the game-sealing play by Jaden Daniels that led to the game-winning field goal, that should have been a sack, too.
Elijah Canty, bro, come on. Like, that's, like, that just shows you're not, like, if that's Vita Vea, bro, Vita Vea would
Yeah, and, dude,
Vita would have, like, grabbed him and just picked him up by his throat.
They did really good about keeping the Bucs off of the field, like, I didn't realize while watching the game,
Dan
but
Quinn, bro.
But Baker only had 18 passing attempts,
Crazy.
and Bucky Irving only had 17 carries.
Crazy. Bro, we only had the ball for like 14 minutes or something.
Yeah, no, they had 10 more minutes than y'all on time of possession.
Yeah, I learned that from your video. Shout out.
Shout out Imagine.
Shout out. But yeah, but that was, so it was rough. Like, honestly, bro, the fumble was rough. But honestly, like, Jalen McMillan, like, low-key, I told Andy, I was like, it's only 100% Baker's fault if it's play action. Yeah. If that's play action, that's not Jalen McMillan's fault.
If it's not play action, I also feel like, why are you handing the ball off to Jalen McMillan when you got Bucky Irving behind you?
Dumbass play call.
Because Bucky Irving didn't even get 20 carries. I feel like every game y'all have given Bucky Irving 20 carries, he has a good game and y'all win.
What down was it?
First down.
That's rough. Why are we not giving the ball to Bucky?
I don't know.
Hey, if that sells Liam Cohen a head coaching job, as fucked up as it sounds, fine by me.
Yeah, right?
But
and if Sam Darnold playing that bad, like, imagine we played good and lost that game to the Rams, and then we re-signed Sam Darnold and have to experience that shit again.
That's true. So we haven't talked much about either game, so let's just go through the games, and then once we get to our games, we can.
All right, cool.
Ran a little bit. I went 2-4 this week. Maddox went.
Apparently 3-3.
Oh wait,
I really do think I had
No.
the Packers.
you did have the Packers.
I honestly don't think it matters though, because then I'm still up 10.
Hold on, let me do the math.
We got 4 games.
Because
2 games would be 6.
Texas, I got right. Wait, I got 1, 2, 3 and 3. Oh, we both went 3 and 3 then.
Okay, so then I'm up what? 10?
11.
11?
So I'm fucked. So it doesn't even matter. So there's no point even talking about what.
But you had it backwards, so you would have had Eagles and I would have had Packers, right?
Yeah. So you got.
So we tied. Are you sure we tied, or did you get 3?
Well, because you got.
Because you would have gotten.
Because you got.
Oh, we both picked the Commanders. That's what keeps confusing.
Yeah.
Or I'm sorry, we both picked the Bucks.
Yep.
Damn.
I know if I would have kept it the Commanders.
Do you remember when I told you how I originally had the Commanders and Baker
I
would be
know.
wrong too many times? You're like, well, hopefully he doesn't prove you right this time.
That game was not Baker's fault, bro.
I don't think so either.
Baker played hell of a game, and dude, he had some 3rd down fucking runs, dude. That like he puts the team.
And when
Truck Bobby Wagner. Oh
no, that
my
play
God.
was sick. And when your defense can't get off the field, like you can only do so much. But let's recap the game.
Dude, we even got Deion Jones, bro. When I texted you that, we were like, oh shit, that's sick. We don't even remember who Deion Jones is.
I don't remember who Deion Jones is.
Yeah, you're a casual.
Well, I've only really been paying attention for like 2-3 years now.
True.
so.
He was like he was Foyesana Aluakon when he was on the Falcons, right?
Yeah.
That was the guy before Foyesana Aluakon,
Mm-hmm.
and then they eventually got rid of Deion Jones once Foyesana Aluakon.
The name sounds a little familiar. Deion Jones.
Stud, bro.
Probably used him in Madden a couple times.
Oh my god, he's a stud, and it's so annoying.
Yeah, let's recap these games.
All right, Chargers Texans. Wow, Herbert.
Playoff
Rough.
choker.
Rough. Is he the modern Phillip Rivers?
He might just be, dude.
He
2
might
playoff
just be.
performances, no wins. In both playoff performances, like
Oh, and you fucked up in your video, by the way.
and I said 4 touchdowns. I saw that, but people know what I mean. But I mean, dude, like when you have 2 playoff performances under your belt and you're a really high paid quarterback and you're held to a high standard, and one of them you choke with 27-0 lead, and one of them you throw 4 interceptions and lose the game,
Yeah, like here's the thing. I think there's 2 hands. There's a red pill and a blue pill. One, nobody had these motherfuckers going to the playoffs.
agreed.
At the beginning of the year, if we would have said opening round of the playoffs is Texans, Chargers, you'd be like, wow, Chargers got the wild card, badass. Texans aren't gonna wipe them out. That's what you would have said.
Yeah.
Beginning of the season, and then everybody's picking them now when, of course, the Texans probably should win.
Yeah, right.
In retrospect,
The Texans played a good game. Like I would almost
the only non-wild card team who fucking lost was us.
Yeah, that is true.
Did you see there like a committee really fucked up not picking the Bengals?
Who really fucked up?
The committee, like making a joke about the college football committee.
That's funny.
Like there should be, bro. There should like it'd be kind of cool if they made it where they're like, then they get like they make a committee where one team gets in where they could be like, okay, we understand this team's barely out. Seahawks deserve to get in. They're 10-7. They went 9-1 on the road or some shit or whatever it was. They lost they went 7-1 on the road.
Yeah.
They're like, that's a fun wild card team on the NFC. I don't know who else you'd pick. Then the Bengals there. Maybe you could go the Dolphins if they win their last game or something. That'd be kind of cool concept, maybe.
Maybe. Or like, what do they do in the NBA where there's like a play-in tournament before you know what I'm talking about? So like the 2 bottom seeds will have a play-in game. Whoever wins advances, and whoever loses advances to like another game, and they still have a chance to get in. Like that would be something cool to see. Like
That would
maybe
be cool.
Seahawks and like Falcons. Those are the 2 last teams out. Say they make it to where there's 8 playoff
Yeah, they should
spots.
really make it where like week 18 or like if they want to make it a 20 week, that's what the last week is. Where like, if you win your division, you're automatically in, or if you're like a certain amount of win, like you're
Yeah,
automatically.
because I think they've tossed around doing a 20-week season with 2 buys but 18 games, which
Yeah.
I mean, and then like imagine they did expand to an 18 playoffs, and then in the NFC you have a play-in game, so it's almost an extra playoff game because that's kind of how the wild card used to be,
Yeah.
anyways. A wild card like was barely a playoff game before the new NFL rules, but.
Yeah.
If the Seahawks and the Falcons play and then they move on to take on the 1 or the
It's
2 seed
another
depending
week,
on buys, and then in the AFC you can have the Bengals and the Dolphins competing to move.
Where like
you know?
where like you can pick it that week.
Yeah, I think that's a cool idea.
Yeah, or like where it's like the Bengals get to play the Chiefs, where it's like instead of the Broncos playing the Chiefs, it's like, oh, you need the Chiefs to lose and the Bengals to win. It's like, sorry, Chiefs, y'all don't get a free game.
Yeah.
Like I think that's kind of mischievous and fun.
But what I was going to say about the Texans is it almost makes me a little worried for the Chiefs and Patrick Mahomes. That defense, they play really good against good quarterbacks.
No, dude, I got the fucking Chiefs.
I have the
no
Chiefs,
question.
but that defense makes good quarterbacks not look good. Think about what they did to Josh Allen. Think about what they just did to Justin Herbert.
Maybe,
They've
but
done it multiple times all
playoff Pat,
this
bro.
year. I know, but in Pat's he hasn't had the same numbers this year, and me and you have both said it's going to be the playoffs. It's not going to be the
Let's
same.
see. But we
But
also all season we said 49ers are gonna be fine.
There's a lot of things we say that weren't true, but I'm just
know.
saying
Yeah.
I don't
There
think
was a lot of shit we
I don't
said.
think the Chiefs come out and like lock this game down. I think it's gonna be like it's gonna come down to almost the last drive, in my opinion.
Probably.
With how good that Texans defense,
Mahomes will probably get a game-winning drive. if I had
obviously,
him.
but Chiefs offensive line has looked worse recently. Texans defensive line insane. Mahomes hasn't looked as good this season. Texans secondary insane. Like that defense is scary.
Yeah, that's dude. Derek Stingley's a G.
Derek Stingley's like, and so is Will Anderson.
But yeah, we're still off. So Chargers Texans, we got about that. CJ Stroud played like shit and got the win.
Not really. He played decent. Honestly, what really turned the whole game was that one broken play where with like the fumbled snap, and then he rolled out and found whatever the fuck that guy's name is.
Yeah.
His last name's Hutchinson. Xavier Hutchinson? I don't know. Something like that. That play is really what got their momentum going.
I just don't see CJ Stroud winning again. But Steelers Ravens.
I think that game went about how
Do
everybody
you think
in the world
at
expected it.
halftime I was like, do they give Justin Fields a shot? Like the
I
pass
thought that
game's
too.
not working.
I was
But Russ
watching.
balled second half. So
I was watching
will-
something today, and it was talking about how apparently Arthur Smith and Russ have been like butting heads all season, and Arthur Smith doesn't like Russell Wilson because Arthur Smith prefers Justin Fields and stuff like that,
Wow.
and they're probably gonna let him go. I also heard apparently George Pickens was like late to a bunch of practices and was late to the game, so they're talking about moving on from
Dang.
him too. But let's think about the Steelers like historically.
Did you see
every-
what Colin Cowherd just said?
Mm-mm.
He was like, if I'm the Steelers, I trade T.J. Watt, George Pickens, and 2 firsts for that first pick and get Shador Sanders.
Okay, he's an idiot.
Is it like I'm
But
like, bro? But he
the-
also said he could tackle Baker, and then
Yeah.
Baker just trucked Bobby Wagner.
The Steelers don't like really pay receivers. They kind of have them in their young years and let them go. So I don't think we see George Pickens on the Steelers. For
Do we
much
see a
longer.
George Pickens fall out?
No, I think we see him leave Pittsburgh and get somewhere that's really going to utilize him.
Bro,
and
but
he
what
balls
you
the fuck out.
forget is, you know who else was a second overall pick who was in the Steelers who had great signs early on in his career?
What are you
Mr.
talking
Chase Claypool.
about? That's not the same. Chase Claypool had like one
Okay,
good
George
year.
Pickens is a way step up.
Chase Claypool had one good
But
rookie
Chase
season.
Claypool is a top 4 receiver according to him.
That is true.
That's
Yeah.
that's such a good. But yeah,
Where even is he still on the Dolphins? I don't even know.
I don't even. He's probably.
He's probably on the Dolphins practice squad.
Yeah, literally, that's so funny. But yeah, Ravens look legit.
Yeah,
I'm
no,
curious. how-
they're my Super Bowl winner this year.
all right, Broncos Bills went about expect. Dude, that opening drive, I was like, oh shit, Bo Nix is him.
They had us in the first 5 minutes, didn't they?
They did.
No, and honestly, like everybody thought the Bills were gonna win this game, and after the Broncos did that, I was like, okay, maybe we're gonna have a game. And then like they just didn't do anything. The play calling by Sean Payton was really bad, and I don't know if you watched that like 4th and 2 or whatever it was, the play action rollout. Like I swear, I don't know who I think it was McLaughlin that was the running back. He showed zero effort. He didn't even try to reach the ball out. Like
Really? It's like a Madden animation almost.
He literally just ran out of bounds right before like the down. Like he was about to get tackled, but he didn't even like try to fight for it, which kind of. But I didn't like the play calling on Sean Payton's end. Like, but also, you're the Broncos who are ranked the very last roster in talent this year, and you made a playoff game and you lost to a Super Bowl contender. So
yeah, good for them.
Yeah, I think, dude, they have the fact that they are dealing with that cap hit from Russ and they were able to make the playoffs with that team is actually insane.
Dude,
Cortland Sutton's like that.
He is. I wonder if they pay him.
I bet they pay him.
That's gonna be interesting. Like that's another guy. Like imagine Cortland Sutton finds his way on like a Bills.
That would be sick. Cortland Sutton would be good.
Because Cortland Sutton's not a crybaby. Like that'd be a great fit for Josh Allen. Is your mic a little loose?
It's a little tight, but I just gotta move it closer to me. We're good.
Tight.
Maybe I'm an idiot. I don't know. It's fine. Or no, it is tight because it's like pulling it. But it's not that bad. I just gotta move it closer to me, and we'll be fine.
That is annoying. I was wondering, like, okay, Packers, Eagles.
Yeah.
Eagles dominated that game. Jordan Love kind of sucks.
Okay, in his defense, he had no receivers.
But in his defense, he
sucks.
He kind of.
He doesn't suck, but like, you cannot play like that in a playoff game. Like, it was actually really bad.
He's too. Fuck it.
What's the linebacker for the Eagle? He was an All-Pro. It's like Zach Vaughn, something like that.
Yeah.
That pick to Vaughn, worst throw I've ever seen.
No, and did you see like the play before the guy like dropped the diving interception for it?
Yeah, and see, like the pick to Slay, throwing a one-on-one ball there, it got picked off. I don't think that's.
My Diet Coke?
I don't think that's a terrible interception, but the other two, like, were actually dog shit.
Yeah, it's so like.
Okay, I was thinking about this.
Baker Mayfield's better than Jordan Love.
No, he's not.
That's a crazy statement.
Okay, name Jordan Love's receivers and name Baker Mayfield's receivers.
Very valid point.
But
this season,
speaking of,
this
what
season
I was gonna say,
was Baker better?
But he has a better roster.
I'll give you that. Oh, I don't need the crown.
But what was I gonna say? Oh, everybody keeps talking about T. Higgins and matching him with the Chargers, the Patriots, teams like that. What about the Packers, bro? T. Higgins on the Packers, especially with the way Jordan Loves likes to play and the way T. Higgins plays outside.
He will go?
I think he's gonna go to the Chargers.
I think he's going to Jacksonville.
I could see that too, but
actually, he was
I would
college
like
teammates
that.
with Trevor Lawrence. They got a bunch of cap space, so I could
but the Patriots have like the most cap space, so I could see them making a splash this year.
But how do you go to the Patriots? Like I don't.
They got Drake May. They got a new head coach. Like I don't know. They got a high draft pick.
Mike Vrabel's a gangster.
He is a gangster. The fact that the Titans let him go is crazy.
Crazy. Oh yeah, Maddox texted me today. Mike Vrabel got hired, and it's Thursday. We're recording it, but it's Friday. I swear that happened like 4 days ago.
I don't have social media, so I just randomly find these things out. So.
Commanders Buccaneers. We can go ahead and get into the last.
Yeah, you take the mic.
I think we played just fine. You know, I don't think anybody showed up 100% the game except Mike Evans. I think everybody kind of slacked. Our offensive line looked like shit. A lot of penalties. Bucky Irving came to play. I think Bucky Irving Baker came to play, but I think the time of possession really fucked us. I mean, after they have an 8-minute drive and then on your first down play you get a false start, like, and you go to 3rd and 8, you're kind of fucked. Like then you get put into a 3rd and long and you can't do anything. Yeah. Like then they have another long drive. It's like kills morale. I think we did good bouncing back. We did take the lead. The fumble sucked. I'm so curious on what the play call is. Jalen McMillan, open your fucking arms a little bit, dude. Like, but Baker, bro, Baker knows, dude. Like I know he's beating himself up about that one and it sucks. But like, fuck. Quit turning over in these moments in the playoffs.
Right, dude. Just like last year.
And I'm saying that as his biggest fan, bro. Yeah. Like, genuinely. But that game was not on Baker, absolutely. Jamel Dean sucks, and I literally think Jamel Dean has, like...
When Terry McLaurin caught that ball at him, I was like, I know Lennon is crashing out right now. That's what I told... Because I know who your favorite player is.
I hate Jamel Dean. I don't think I've ever hated an NFL player more. And then, but, like, also, too, bro, this might be fucked up to say. I don't think he has any, like, dog in him to where, like, bro, like, he got burnt on a play and, like, his knee was kind of hurt and he, like, jogged off and he was out for the game. Like, I can't, like, dude, I get the doctors tell you so, but, bro, like, also it's the playoffs.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It might be better with him off the field, though.
Maybe, that other guy, fucking number 32, oh, my God. The one who's Terry McLaurin caught the touchdown. He's saying, like,
oh, yeah.
End zone, and you're like, bro, it's fucking 4th down! God damn. Dude, and Dan Quinn, bro. Dude, this next game, we were talking about the Dan Quinn versus fucking the 4th down bowl.
Yeah, what I was just about to say, speaking of 4th down, is I feel kind of like how I felt obviously this was not nearly as close to this, but the Vikings-Lions game the last week of the season,
Yep.
how they were
Very
giving us
same.
opportunities. What did the Commanders?
We had
didn't they
more.
not convert like 2 or 3 fourth downs? Like they
Yeah.
gave y'all free possessions and y'all still only put up 20 points. Like
Yep.
y'all really, it wasn't even like
But
y'all lost the game.
We're pinning our defense. Yeah, we did lose. Our offense lost the game. That our offense has put up 28, like 13 out of 17 games.
Yeah.
No shit. Like we only put up 20 points. Like
Like if somebody would have told you before the game that y'all's defense held the Commanders' offense to 23 points, you'd probably be like, "Oh hell yeah, we're gonna win."
oh yeah, we're gonna win 35-23. That's what I would have thought.
Exactly.
Crazy. I would like that point.
That's the last thing you expect. The
Jaden
defense didn't play
and
terrible.
it's kind of hard. and this
Jaden
is so
Daniels a
weird.
dog.
He's such, and it's hard to hate him. Like
He had a really good game.
he
He
had
was
a-
their leading rusher.
he's so good, and like, dude, like that could. I was just so stressed, bro, and like we were 4-6 at a point. Like, and last year was so differently because I was way more like into the playoffs because it was like Baker's fucking. This is like it was his revenge story. Like
Yeah.
he knew who knows if we have next year. Fucking, we're so hurt. Like we're one of the most hurt rosters in the NFL. We have no Chris Godwin,
Yeah.
who's arguably the best number 2 in the league. Actually, he was. I think that's fair to say best number 2.
I
if
would
you look at his stats.
I mean, stats.
If you
yes.
don't call him number 1,
I would say T. Higgins is the best 2 in the league
dog.
because he's better and he's had injury, so his stats aren't better. But like, I get your like Chris Godwin, like T. Higgins, could be a 1 on very many teams.
But the way we had him at our fucking, he was our like, oh my.
He basically was receiver 1.
And
yeah.
then Bucky Irving emerging, like, dude, next year, bro. Dude,
Y'all just need to add to that defense a little bit, and y'all will be fine next year.
Okay,
Because y'all's offensive line, y'all didn't play that good against the Commanders.
Our
But y'all
offensive
have a
line,
very good offensive line.
Our offense is stacked, dude. If we could somehow, bro, snag Mark Andrews in free agency, snag Mark Andrews, dude. Mark Andrews.
I
like,
just feel like that's not what y'all need.
I don't know, but like if we could get, but that we
You
would
don't need a pass rusher. You need a corner. You need a linebacker. Anything. Because y'all's passing defense sucks.
I think we're gonna
Y'all have
draft
a good-
corner.
y'all had like
Luckily,
a-
we're gonna draft a corner. There's a lot of good
Yeah,
corners
y'all
in
had like a
this draft.
top 10 rushing defense this year, and y'all were like bottom 5 in passing
We
defense.
don't really
Like,
need D line.
yeah,
Like
I think you could use an edge rusher.
Yeah,
though.
Diaby's balled out the second half of the season. We need a guy on that side, but Chris Broswell, we did not give him a chance this year, which is sucks.
But also like Diaby, like yeah, he's had a few good games, but he's still not like that.
He needs
guy.
to be a rotational guy.
Exactly. He's not like y'all need like
We
a
need
Max
2 more edge
Crosby,
rushers.
like a you need a really
If
good
we got
edge
a
rusher.
Max Crosby, dude, I want to keep Todd Bowles.
No, if y'all got a Max Crosby, y'all would actually be able to stop the pass and the run, and then y'all's offense will be dominant, and it would.
What
be
I wish
so easy.
I hope like in the draft, if we could trade like Jamel Dean and our pick, bro, to move up like 5 to 10 spots, which I know isn't possible because no one would want him if they watched film.
Yeah.
But dude, everybody loves Jamel Dean. I swear, like
No, people they talk him up, the announcers
it's
and shit.
crazy, and he sucks. He's so bad.
I'm on your side. He does suck.
I
When
hate
you're
him.
known as a good open field tackling corner, that's not a good thing.
I hope one day I can have some beers with fucking Baker Mayfield,
And talk
and I
shit
can
about
ask
Jamel
him
Dean.
and be like, "Dead ass Baker, how bad would Jamel Dean piss you off, and how often would you target against him in practice? Because I would like, you know how good of a morale that is when you have, dude. Imagine Mike Evans going against fucking Jamel Dean every day in practice.
Yeah, that's free.
Baker's literally probably popping zins, fucking throwing go balls.
Also, shout out Mike Evans. By the way, I know you like have never really fed into the whole Marshawn Lattimore thing, and you try to deny it. This was a stat.
I have seen this stat. He averages like 5 catches, 40 yards a game against him.
He averages like 2 catches, 40 yards a game against him.
Maybe I think it's even now. I think it was something like 4 catches. It was something like it was
I
still
have
pretty
the
bad.
I have the number. I took a screenshot before the game, but shout out to Mike Evans.
Dude,
played,
he bitched him.
He
Fuck
did bitch
Marshawn
him.
Lattimore. That's what I was saying the whole game. I was like, he can't fucking guard you. And we did not take advantage. Or maybe we didn't. Did they move Marshawn Lattimore off of him second half? That had to have been it.
I don't think so.
Did you see the video of
I
Todd?
think he was following him like the whole.
Did you see the interview of Todd Bowles after halftime when he was just stuttering, like just lost?
I did not see
Oh
that.
my god, let me pull it up.
Mike Evans has averaged 2.6 catches for 43.6 yards in 13 games against Marshawn Lattimore.
That's crazy, but he bitched in that game.
No, he, because that long catch he had.
You know, I was going crazy about that.
No, that long catch he had early in the game. And by the way, that throw from Baker on that Mike Evans touchdown, the play after was a little scary. That DB that was like running like this, like if he turns around.
Why do we always throw fucking touchdowns to Mike Evans on the 1 yard line? Why don't we just run it?
If that guy turns around.
I get it. It's automatic, but why? It's
but
so scary.
if that guy turns around, that's running towards Mike Evans, that's an interception.
Yeah, look how confused he was.
Oh, I did see this. He couldn't he was like our left, his left, our right, his
I'm
left.
like, dude, that's the coach. Like,
Sounds
bro.
like Joe Biden.
Oh my god, He's the black Joe
Todd
Biden.
Bowles is Joe Biden confirmed.
Dude, they
People are
kind of
sweating,
they
dude.
give me like the same like look on like I've never seen him show morale, and it's so funny. Like when I play Madden, I went with the Bugs. You see Todd Bowles on the sideline, the anime. Like, I'm like Todd Bowles has never done that in his life.
No, yeah, he's not very. He doesn't seem like a leader.
I think we keep Todd Bowles one more year, and
If you can keep Liam Cohen.
if we can keep Liam Cohen, I don't see Liam Cohen getting a job after only putting up 20. I honestly like.
You hope not.
I hope not, dude. I think
Yeah.
I think we shit the bed just a little bit enough to where he might not get a job. But I've been blabbing about this game. Sorry.
No, I mean we only have so much to talk about these episodes, so the longer you can yap, the
True,
better.
and like no editing, so who cares?
Yeah.
I'm trying to think.
Did you
what
know how
else-
nice it has been not having to edit these fucking pods?
It's
Like,
really nice.
I spent like 3 hours editing yesterday on that video.
Yeah, that's so funny. It looked good though.
Hell yeah.
It was badass. Link in description, guys. Go check it out.
Your homework.
But you'll hear his crash out pretty good about the. I'm trying to think of what else to say about
Why
the
can't we-
Bucks game.
Oh, you're trying to think about the
I'm
Bucks
trying to
game right
think
now?
just what else to say about it, man.
Um,
Next year's our. I really think, bro, like coming in next year, like people are gonna have.
People
the
are
Falcons.
gonna actually take y'all serious.
No, I think
next
people
year.
are still gonna have the Falcons above us.
I won't. I'll tell you that much. I
guarantee you-
learned my
I
lesson.
guarantee you, bro. That's what everybody.
The
will think.
Falcons would have to do something insane in the offseason for me to take.
Everybody's like,
Pick
oh,
them.
Michael Penix looked pretty good, bro. But stat wise, he was not that efficient. He had
Yeah.
like a 58% completion percentage, like a 3-to-3 touchdown ratio.
I do think Michael Penix will be good next
Dog.
year. I don't think they're gonna win the division, but I think they'll compete for it again. I think it'll be close because
If they
the-
sweep
the
us,
South
we'll
always
be
is.
fucked.
And you never know, the Panthers next year could come out and ball. Because not only that, they're going to have an easy ass schedule and y'all are going to have a hard schedule. Like, there is a world out there where the Panthers get a wild card or something next
You're
year.
thinking about y'all schedule. All right, let's go ahead and get into the Vikings round. I want to talk.
Yeah.
So I want to kind of take through the game from my perspective.
Yeah, you go
Because
ahead.
I'm curious about your. I was kind of asking Zach, like I was like, so what was Maddox? Because do you think I was like, what do you think? How do you think I was acting watching the game?
Yelling at the TV, screaming, standing up.
Nah, I mean, not when anything bad happened. Like honestly, I was just more. The game went after the third down, I was like, fuck this, we fucking lost. And he's like, no, we didn't. But like after like watching football, you're like,
After he converts the first down.
I was like, if they get another first down, game's over.
Okay, let me interrupt real quick. This shit was so funny. So we're watching the TV on the game-winning kick, right? I go to my left side of my TV and I start blowing. And
I was doing that
no,
too.
And Jameson goes, no, go to the other side. So I go to the other side. Now I'm blowing this way, and it doinked off of this upright. So I was like, Jameson, if I was blowing from the other side, that would have missed.
That's so funny. But yeah, I mean, honestly, like, and you can't even be like, man, they almost missed the it's like, bro, you let them get a close
Yeah,
kick.
yeah, it was a chip
You had a
shot.
chance to stop him on a 3rd and 6, bro, and Todd Bowles.
And it would have been like 4th and 12 if y'all get that sack there.
Crazy. And we
And-
know, and not
Did
only
y'all
4th
have a
and
timeout
12,
too?
bro, we would have had another timeout because
Yeah.
I think we had
You had to use 2 on the.
2 after that. He got
Yeah.
the first down. So it's crazy. Like we would have like literally, bro, Baker would have got that fucking.
But what were you talking about? Like what we were doing during our games? Because you were talking
Okay,
to Zach.
so yeah, I was asking Zach. I was like, because I wasn't crashing. I was more just like fuck. But Zach was like, yeah, you're fucking.
So here's my thing. Whenever I'm mad at the football game, I'm not up and yelling. I'm depressed sitting down.
That's kinda
going,
how I was.
hate this team. I'm the other way around where when my team does something good, I get up and scream and get. So
Yeah, that's how I'm the
for
same.
example, when Matt Stafford fumbled, threw an incompletion. When he fumbled and we took it to the crib.
I think it was an incomplete, sadly.
Yeah, because you're an idiot. What was I gonna say? Lennon, if you watch it in slow motion,
I did.
First off, how can you be attempting to throw a ball when your head is looking at the ground and your arms going like this? That's not a pass.
He was
attempt.
like this, huh? Like
No, it wasn't even like that. It was literally like this.
that.
Yeah, Lennon, his eyeballs were looking at the ground. Like,
So,
how many quarterbacks have you seen throw a pass with their eyes looking at the
so
ground?
technically, if anything, it should have been intentional grounding. No,
No, there's a receiver in there. Yeah.
but if he threw it straight at his own fucking feet, like that's not throwing at the receiver in there. That's pretty much what he did. No.
Oh, no. Okay, no, there wasn't a receiver in the area, but what the announcer said is after the play's reviewed, since there wasn't a flag thrown, they can't throw the flag for intentional grounding because they didn't throw it on the play.
That's such bullshit.
Oh, and did you also see?
That's
Hang on. No. I want to address this too. Did you see that
bullshit, dude.
Kyron Williams run late in the game? We had already pretty much lost. Kyron Williams runs late in the game. We rip his face mask. There's no flag thrown. And then Matt Stafford goes and yells at the ref, and they throw the flag for the face mask. Do you remember what happened last time the Vikings played the Rams? How come you couldn't throw a late flag for that, but you can throw a late flag for the Rams? I'm making those excuses, but what I was going to say. So when the Vikings scoop and scored, I was up screaming.
I was at the bowling alley like, yes!
And then right after I sat down and was just like, whenever I'm mad at the game, I'm just sitting there. I'm like, I hate this fucking team. That's probably my most said thing during Vikings game.
no,
is I
like
hate
that
this
game
team.
was rough.
I genuinely wish I didn't turn it on. Like,
Yeah, like I felt so.
I would rather lose on a game-winning kick.
Yeah, like
kick than that
I
shit.
don't
Like,
blame you at all. Like
I didn't get to enjoy a single part of the game.
no, there was.
We went into the
y'all
second half 24-3.
and like y'all. I don't think y'all didn't lead at all.
No, we didn't.
And y'all had y'all's largest deficit of the season in the second or third quarter.
Kevin O'Connell broke his record since he's been the Vikings head coach, the most amount of drives without scoring a touchdown.
That's sad. So, what do you think about the people talking shit on Kevin O'Connell?
That game's not on Kevin O'Connell.
I do think his second half play calling was pretty abysmal.
See,
I think I get it. You're down 27-3, so you got to chase deep balls. You got Justin Jefferson, you got Jordan Addison, but Sam Darnold, like he did not.
I don't feel
help.
like he was chasing deep ball. I agree.
He was. He
so
was
I
not-
told
he
Zach,
was not throwing
I was like, we need to call some plays where Sam Darnold can get the ball out of his hands quickly because he clearly cannot handle this right now. We threw a screen to Aaron Jones. He dropped it. We threw another screen to Aaron Jones, and Sam Darnold missed a throw on a screen 3 yards away from him.
Yeah, did you see?
There's only so much you can do when Sam Darnold is playing that shit.
on that. There was a drive when y'all had the ball, and we were down like 16. Remember, in like the third quarter or something, where you're like, okay, or maybe y'all weren't down.
It was like 18.
18 because y'all missed a 2-point conversion,
Mm-hmm.
which is that was really bad by Sam Darnold. That first 2-point conversion.
Shocker, right?
But no, so I'm like, okay, if they can score right here in the third quarter and bring it to 2 possession or make it a 10-point game, this is huge.
Mm-hmm.
And
Did you watch the part on my recap where I showed that play where we were in field goal range in the fourth quarter down 18?
that's why one of the plays I was talking. That was terrible. But I was trying to think where I was going in this one drive. Oh, it said y'all's average down to go on third down was 9
yards. I saw that. Like,
crazy.
I get Kevin O'Connell probably could have called a slightly better game, but there's only so much you can do when your quarterback is holding onto the ball 10 seconds of play.
I think
like,
y'all's whole team just played like shit.
I genuinely want to put the whole entire blame on Sam Darnold. I don't even care.
Nah,
Because
I mean,
yes,
the
our
whole
defense.
blame's on everybody.
Yes, our defense allowed a decent amount of points in the first half. 7 points of the first half came from a
What was
scoop
the
and
time
score.
of possession difference?
I didn't even look into it, but probably pretty bad. But so the first
Well,
half.
you have to see what it was first half because second half, no shit, it's not gonna be that much.
Yeah. So first half, we allowed 24 points, but 7 came from a scoop and score. So our defense allowed 17. But you know how hard it is to not allow 17 points when your defense is off, or when your offense is off the field every drive instantly. You can only hold them to so many points. And then in the second half, guess how many points the Rams scored in the second half?
How many?
3.
Then they gave y'all.
Guess how many points we scored in the second half? 6. So we scored 3 in the first half, and then held them to 3 in the second half, and put up 1 touchdown, and that was it.
It's so bad. I'm sorry about your mic. I'll fix that next time.
It's not bad.
But
But
no,
yeah, basically the point I'm trying to get at. Hi, Nala.
Yeah, Maddox, I'm sorry, man. That game was rough.
Anyways, the point I'm trying to get at, fuck Sam Darnold. Get him off the team. Every single game we lost this year was on Sam Darnold. You can put what you want on the offensive line. You can put what you want on Kevin O'Connell.
Do your homework.
You can put what you want on Kevin O'Connell. Every single loss this season was caused by Sam Darnold. And
Do your homework.
do your homework. And by the way, we went 14-0 against the whole league other than the Rams and the Packers.
So
or the
funny.
Rams and the Lions.
That has to be like the best record ever besides against 30 teams.
Yeah.
No. So let's
Hey,
talk-
Raiders, Browns, Giants, one of y'all please just send Sam Darnold a bag so he doesn't even think about coming back. Because if Sam Darnold is on this fucking team next year, I'm going to be a Chiefs fan.
bro, I think he might start next year.
No, I won't be a fan of the team. I genuinely
I
won't.
don't, but bro, he went 14-3.
Okay, but then what happened in the 2 weeks where we actually needed him to do something? He shit
I
the
think
bed.
recency bias is partially.
It's playing in, but guess recency bias is important here because these games mattered the most. These are the games that mattered. And guess what? If you can win all the fucking pointless games and can't win the games that matter,
Okay.
like, it's like Mike
Okay.
Tomlin. Like, do you
Okay.
want a Mike Tomlin coaching your team?
Okay, Jordan Love.
Jordan Love got a playoff win last year.
Okay. One good one against the Cowboys, though. But
And he, as a
what-
7 seed, upset the 2 seed.
Trini was in.
What the fuck
he
did
was
Sam
in it
Darnold
as
do?
a 7 seed this year too. You're right.
And he doesn't have a single first-round
No,
receiver. He has
you're
no
right.
talent on his offense.
You're right. That was a bad comparison. I was trying to make a kind of a comparison. But like Tua, you would put that.
I hate Tua.
Yeah.
And I always have. Like, if you can't win when the lights are bright, you
Dak.
suck. I don't like Dak.
So
But guess what? I would rather have Dak Prescott than Sam Darnold. Sam Darnold is
you know
dog
what I really
shit.
think is gonna happen? I think y'all are gonna let Sam Darnold go,
Good.
and
JJ McCarthy's going to suck ass. Is that what you're
no,
going to say?
and y'all are gonna bring in Aaron Rodgers. I'm telling you.
Dude, no, it's not going
Under
to happen.
JJ McCarthy.
Honestly, I can't even lie. At this point, I'd rather have Aaron Rodgers.
I think, dude, Aaron Rodgers.
And you know how I feel about Aaron Rodgers this year.
You wouldn't be kind of happy like if you brought in Aaron Rodgers?
No, I want J.J. McCarthy to play. We drafted him 10th overall.
But dude, he's so young. You know he's a year younger than Cam Ward and Shador
He's
Sanders.
21.
Let him sit 1 year under Aaron Rodgers.
Why? So he can learn how to get coaches fired and do ayahuasca? No, just let him play. He's going to learn more from playing than he will anything else.
Jordan Love learned from Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, but that was Aaron Rodgers when he was good. Aaron Rodgers sucks now.
That's not. He had a really good second half of the season. His second half of the season.
How many games
stats
did he
were
win in the
great.
second half of the season? He won 4 all year, so he could have won 4 max, and they won a
He
couple
won
early.
5 near homework. Just beat
Okay,
the
sorry.
Dolphins.
So, and he won a
How sad is that? I think that's probably like the most disappointing part of the season.
Oh, everybody had the Jets make the playoffs this year.
So
Everybody.
sad. It's sad that they sucked ass this season, dude. And when they got Devontae, we were like, remember the review on the Pat McAfee podcast, and it was like all that just to win 2 games.
Yeah. It was like 4 wins on the Raiders, and it was like 4 wins, but with the homies.
Pretty real.
That is
that
pretty
is
real.
pretty real.
But I don't know. I think the Jets really do need a clean house. Like, fire the GM.
Dude,
You
they
already
had the
fi-
longest,
I think they already did fire the
longest
GM.
playoff drought in professional sports
Yeah.
right now.
Uh,
Crazy.
Clearly, they're not doing anything right because in a year, like, I get what they thought they were doing with Devontae Adams, but you kind of saw how the season was going to go. The last thing you need to be doing is trading a second-round pick.
Yeah.
Like, that's just a second-rounder for an aging receiver that you're maybe going to have for 1 more year, maybe.
Yeah. What do you think about the Vikings' future next season? Do you think y'all are going to make playoffs next season?
I don't know.
It's crazy because, like, y'all had such a wicked season. Y'all are going to have a really hard schedule because it's not based off of playoff seeding is what's funny. It's based off a record. So playoff doesn't mean shit. So
See, I don't.
how crazy? No, it's based off a record. So
No, I'm not too worried about what our schedule is going to look like.
But isn't that kind of bullshit? Y'all don't get the, like, 5th hardest NFC schedule.
Yeah, but it's also harder to make schedules exactly based off of everybody's record
'Cause you
because
don't
of
know how good-
division games, and you don't know how good every team's going to be.
But if y'all do have a hard record, it's not based off of division games usually, and y'all's division has the
hard.
Lions and Packers.
And the Bears could be good
And y'all
next
could
year
be
if they
playing
get a
with, y'all
different
could
head
be
coach.
experimenting with the rookie quarterback next
No,
year.
I think assuming J.J. McCarthy plays next year, I'd say we get 8-9 wins, probably barely miss the playoffs. But honestly, like, I would rather us miss the playoffs and have to get my hopes up and watch us get shit on in front of the whole entire world. But like, I genuinely don't know how much longer I can be a fan of the team. Like, I just can't do it anymore.
That's so funny, dude.
I wish I did what I did last playoff game. Whenever we had Kirk Cousins and we started losing to the Giants, I literally just started cleaning my room and didn't even watch the second half of the game. I wish I did the same shit this time.
I know we both and remember we were like our teams can play in the NFC Championship. That'd be cool.
I thought we were going to play in the divisional, and now neither of us won.
So sad. So who are you rooting for now?
I don't know exactly what team I'm rooting for to win the Super Bowl. Probably the Ravens because they've been my pick and I like them. But like I've certain teams I'm rooting for in each game. Like I'm rooting hard for the Commanders, even though they beat the Bucks. Fuck Detroit.
No,
Fuck Detroit.
I'm rooting for the Commanders too.
Fuck Detroit.
It's kind of weird, bro, and it's hard to be like super mad, dude, because I saw so many videos of like diehard Redskin fans, bro, who haven't seen a playoff win
Yeah.
in 19 years. Like
Not
crying.
19 because that would, or
Like,
actually
19
maybe it
years
is
since their last playoff win.
I was thinking playoff appearance.
Crazy, and only 4 rookies ever have won a road playoff game.
Wow.
It's like Joe Flacco, Mark Sanchez, somebody random. And
Like the
Jaden
team
Daniels.
I'm rooting for most to make the Super Bowl is probably the Commanders, just because that'd be the coolest one. Because no rookie quarterback's ever played in a Super Bowl. Like,
Yeah,
so that would be really cool, honestly.
even though I wonder.
Or
Ben-
I'd like to see
so,
Stafford
but
get
Ben
another ring.
Roethlisberger and Russell Wilson are tied for the youngest players in a Super Bowl. They're both in their
Mhm.
second season. I wonder if they were younger.
But Jaden Daniels is an old rookie.
Yeah, I
But
wonder
he
if
would still
but
be
is he
the.
older. Is he older than them?
But
Is-
I don't
that's
even
funny.
think age matters that much because he would still be the only rookie to do it. So
No,
nobody's gonna think
age,
about the
age
age. there.
doesn't matter, but he's still the rookie. But it's kind of funny that he's probably
Yeah.
older than both of them.
That is true. I don't know, man.
I really think seeing Josh Allen get one in Buffalo would be really cool.
What I personally think is whoever wins the Bills Ravens game will win the Super Bowl.
I think the Chiefs are I really think the Chiefs are. I like it.
No, this is the year.
You think so?
This is the year.
You think this is the year Mahomes?
I think the Chiefs could lose to the Texans in the divisional.
That's crazy. Okay,
I don't know.
this is what I was thinking about, and I've been dying to talk to you about this because I talked to Annie about it, but she doesn't understand. So Lamar, low key should be a 3-time MVP this season.
Yeah. If he doesn't, that's bullshit.
If he wins this playoff game, it might help the betting odds. You never know.
Yeah, but they're technically not supposed to factor playoffs into MVP because it's a regular
They
season
usually
award.
do though.
But I think Lamar's odds also went up whenever he was announced the All-Pro quarterback. Because he's first team All-Pro, Josh Allen was
Like,
second.
let's say he does win MVP this season. He becomes a 3-time MVP. If he gets the Super Bowl, see a top 10 quarterback all time. 3-time MVP, 1-time Super Bowl winner.
Probably. I mean, that's almost
Aaron
the same
Rodgers.
exact accolades as Aaron Rodgers. And he's, what, 27, 28?
Crazy.
Lamar's such a dog. Like,
But, like, let's say-
honestly, it's crazy because it's weird to say because Mahomes exists and has all these accolades. But raw talent, Lamar Jackson is the best quarterback in the league.
He might be the best quarterback of all time, raw talent.
Maybe.
I mean, but Mahomes,
Mahomes,
too.
because you got to factor in the whole career. I'm saying
Rodgers.
currently,
Rodgers, too. Rodgers.
I think Mahomes is more talented than Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah.
But I'm saying just as of current day, just talented
Anthony
quarterbacks,
Richardson?
give me Lamar. Okay.
I mean, he's talented, not accuracy
He has
wise.
like upside, but he's
No, but I'm
he's
saying,
athletic.
If you say, yeah, but I'm saying he beats a lot of people in a lot of categories.
Not whenever you factor in the important categories like accuracy and
Accuracy,
winning, you know?
Yeah. You know, tapping mentality.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really interesting.
I'm excited to see what Anthony Richardson's going to do next year, honestly. Because he picked it up second half of the year after he got
Yeah,
benched.
but they even said like he's not guaranteed. We're not giving him the guarantee starter. That was not good for him. Like we're gonna make him battle for it.
That's retarded.
You think so?
Who's he going to battle with? Joe Flacco? Like, what? Who's he going to battle with?
That's so funny. But yeah.
Do we
So
bring back Matt Ryan?
Let's get into our picks this game,
All right, let's do it.
this week. Oh no. But okay. Where does Lamar rank? If he wins MVP, wins a ring.
Brady, Mahomes, Montana are all above him. Rodgers, I think, probably would be above him.
Peyton Manning,
Barely. Peyton Manning. So, who else? I mean,
Steve Young, few-time MVPs, few-time rings.
I
John
think,
Elway.
I thought Steve Young only got one or two.
I think he has 2.
Elway got 2?
Elway has 2 and a bunch of MVPs.
Oh, Elway. I knew Elway had a lot of MVPs. I thought he only got
That's what I
one.
was telling
But I could be
Andy.
wrong.
A quarterback getting a ring
Means a lot.
means a lot, like legacy wise.
But no, he's easily top 10 all time if he wins MVP and the Super Bowl this year.
crazy. Josh Allen, does he go top 10 all time if he wins a ring this year?
Fuck no. He doesn't have the accolades.
If he MVP rings this year, top 10?
If he gets MVP and a ring, probably.
Yeah, that's crazy. Crazy to think about.
Rings matter a lot, man.
It does. It's crazy.
MVPs matter a little bit, but rings matter a lot.
Like Mahomes is already second, and he has the same amount as Montana. And everybody's like, I don't care.
Yeah, I mean, and he has MVPs, so.
I think it's like undisputed.
I wonder if Mahomes is going to win another MVP ever.
I doubt he cares.
I know he cares too, but I just wonder if he will because Brady won a couple.
Yeah,
You know?
I think Brady stopped.
Brady
caring
only won
too.
2, and
Yeah.
Mahomes has 2, right?
Brady stopped caring. He's
But
like,
Mahomes has 2 MVPs.
Yeah.
Maybe he's just maybe he's going to win 7 rings and no more MVPs.
I was telling Annie, I genuinely think he just wants 8 rings and wants to retire.
I agree.
I think he literally all he cares. He's like, after I get 8 rings, I'm done. And I think his wife respects it. Like genuinely, she's like, go get it.
Yeah. You know what I kind of think, and this is a pretty hot take or more just like a bold take. I think if the Ravens take the Super Bowl this year, that they become the next like dynasty. I think if the Ravens get over that hump and beat Mahomes in the playoffs this year and make it to the Super Bowl and win,
You think
they become the Chiefs.
really? You think Lamar can win a few?
I think if Lamar wins this year, Lamar retires with at least 3 rings.
Do you think if Lamar retires with 3 rings, does he finish as the 4th best quarterback of all time? 3rd?
I mean, I'd put him above Rodgers.
So I'm saying 3rd. Does he go above Joe Montana if he retires with 3 rings?
I think Montana has 4 rings.
Montana's 3.
Sure.
Positive.
I don't know. I think he might have 4.
Let's see. Only one way to find out.
That was also like before I was even alive, so there's a good chance I'm just being retarded.
Nope, I'm retarded. He does have 4.
Yeah, so I mean, no, Montana, Brady, and Patrick would all be above him, but I don't think Lamar has much left to do to pass Rodgers. Like, I personally think Rodgers is like the most overrated quarterback. Like, obviously he has the raw talent, but when you can't win,
Oh shit! Well, yeah, Terry Bradshaw won 4 too.
yeah, but fuck Terry Bradshaw.
But yeah, this is crazy. There's only been 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 quarterbacks ever to win 2 Super Bowls. So I got to think about like winning one's like so big of a deal.
Oh yeah, but I don't know. I could see Lamar getting a few.
I could see Josh Allen getting 1 or 2.
I want Josh Allen to get one. I just don't think they'll beat the Ravens here. I just think, and I don't even think it's a Josh Allen thing. I just think the Ravens are a better team.
Could you imagine though if Mahomes wins it again, 3 in a row? What if Mahomes wins like 5 in a row?
I know that I originally was like, I'm not gonna be mad if I witness greatness. If I have to watch Chiefs win a Super Bowl again, I'm not gonna.
But what if they win like 5 in a row or some crazy?
No,
shit?
that shit would get so old. It would ruin the playoffs. Like it would just be the same. It'd be watching the same movie 5 times in a row.
It would. It's like watching the Fast and Furious.
No, it's like having to wait 18 weeks for a movie to come out, and then you just watch the same movie.
That's so funny.
I hope they don't win it.
All right, so let's get into the first NFC game. I normally do them in order of like when they're playing. I did it. Rams, Eagles. Who do you got?
I'm gonna take the Eagles.
This is interesting.
I could see the upset, but the Rams really can't stop the run, and the Eagles have the best running back in the league. And I think the Rams' offense looked good against the Vikings, but in the second half wasn't really doing too much. And this Eagles defense really doesn't have any holes. Like, this Eagles defense is nasty. Really fucking good. I mean, insane D-line, all-pro linebacker, great secondary. Quinyon Mitchell, probably defensive rookie of the
Half
year.
of their secondary shows up on time.
Yeah.
Does a lot of studying.
Exactly. I don't know. I just think the Eagles take this game, and there's really not any part of me that, like, I guess I could see the upset, but if I was betting on the game, I would bet on the Eagles.
What's crazy is I pretty much went upsets for both NFC games. I got the Rams. The Rams looked fucking good. I think Stafford's on a fucking mission. I think Stafford is trying to get one more and retire as the top 10 quarterback of all time. If Stafford gets another ring, does he retire as the top 10 quarterback of all time?
Yeah, easily.
Crazy.
Getting 2 rings is great. Like, you know how hard it is when just 2 and
So I
2
was saying
Super Bowl
8
rings?
quarterback. But like Eli Manning's done it, but nobody puts him top 10.
Because he's not.
Well, he hasn't had Stafford numbers.
Exactly. And Stafford wasted half of his career in Detroit.
True.
More than half.
True.
They're like a
if he had
decade.
imagine if he wasn't McVay and him
Or
were the same
imagine-
age.
Like, obviously, if he was still on the Lions, they wouldn't have the same team because of the first-round picks. But just imagine Stafford in that Lions system.
I feel like him and McVay just work better.
No, I agree, but that Lions team would be really nice.
There's a chance it's Rams Lions NFC Championship.
That would be sick.
How, bro? I'm changing my pick from Commanders just because I did Commanders for fun. I'm changing my pick because I want to see Stafford go into Detroit in the NFC
And
Championship.
lose again?
No, and win. Could
Oh,
you
no.
imagine he goes into wins, making Detroit not make another Super Bowl? They have never made a Super Bowl. All they have to do is beat Stafford, beat the Rams. They've done it.
Yeah, and after
Could you imagine Stafford, this Lions legend, the
Yeah.
closest they've been to a Super Bowl in years? This is the closest they've ever been to a Super Bowl. Fuck last year. They made the NFC Championship. They weren't 15-2.
Yeah.
They weren't the 1 seed.
And after Stafford got booed again, Stafford kind of made a comment. He was like, no, I'm done with this shit. Like,
Yeah.
and I think Stafford could go into Detroit. I think the Rams have a way better chance of beating the Lions than they do beating the Eagles.
Really.
The only chance I think the Rams have of winning this game is if it
Puka
becomes a
Nacua.
shootout. If it becomes a shootout, I don't think the Eagles can win
I
in
think
a shootout.
I don't think anybody can guard Puka Nacua. I think Quinyon Mitchell, bro, is kind of overrated.
I disagree. He's a dog.
He's a dog, but he's a rookie.
Yeah, but that's what makes him not underrated. He's doing this as a
True,
rookie.
true.
But
But he can't guard Puka. At all.
I don't think so either. But they could scheme against it. I mean, and they don't blitz very much. They have a lot of people in coverage. I think they like blitz the least
Dude,
out of the whole
it's
entire
like
league.
the white receivers versus white corner game. This is fun.
That is true. I don't know. The only way the Rams win this game is if it becomes a shootout. If it is, I don't see the Eagles winning in a shootout. But if it's not a shootout, the Eagles take it every time.
Okay.
We're at like 45.
I got the Rams just because, dude, the Rams played really good. The Eagles honestly played good, but they should have won a lot more. I feel like you know, as crazy as it sounds, the Eagles don't get the ball to Saquon Barkley enough.
Well, they didn't really need to last
But
game.
like I feel like every game I think that.
But he had like almost 20 carries last game.
I know, but it still doesn't seem like enough.
Yeah, but they have so many
But
weapons
you
on that
can't
offense.
give him
Because you could say
30
that
carries a
A.J.
game.
Brown got like 1 reception. You could say the same thing about
Him
him.
reading the book
Devontae
is
Smith
so
didn't do
funny.
shit. For that Dallas Goedert touchdown, by the way.
That was-
And that
was
Josh
sick.
Jacobs run down to the 1 yard line. Oh my, we had some sick plays in that game.
That was sick.
Shout out Jordan. Also, that fumble on the opening kickoff. Shout out the opening kickoff.
Shout out.
Packers recovered that.
I didn't even see it. They
It was
did.
like, so in the replay, it was pretty clear that the Packers got it. But then after the Packers player recovers it, it's just a big pile. And then I guess it got ripped out of his hands at the bottom of the pile. But it really looked like the
How
Packers
less
had it.
excited are you about the NFL season after your team lost? I'm like 75% less excited.
Oh, yeah, me too. I'm excited for the Rams Bills.
That's why also
the
why
Li-
we're doing a
Ravens
Friday
Bills game.
because like I think we both care a little less.
Yeah, I don't know. It's like I told you earlier, I almost like watching the playoffs more when my team's not in it.
Yeah.
Because I don't have to want to put a shotgun in my mouth after a game.
Facts. Commanders, Lions. Do you have the Lions?
I do have the Lions, but I will be rooting really hard for the Commanders. But
Same.
so outside of Jaden Daniels, they really have not been able to run the ball recently. I'm pretty sure during the regular season, they were like top 5 in rushing yards per game, but a lot of that's coming from Jaden Daniels, and I think he will be able to run the ball, but the Commanders' running backs are not good, and the Lions are able to stop the run pretty efficiently. And there's just no will to the Commanders get the run game going. And the Commanders can't stop the run and are playing against the Lions. The Lions are going to fucking run the ball down their throats.
Yeah.
As much as I will be rooting for the Commanders, if Jaden Daniels wins this game, he's already that guy. He's that fucking guy if he wins this game. But I just don't see a possibility of them winning this game. I don't see any possibility.
Dude, and they're going to get so much. I hope he's not a CJ Stroud situation because CJ Stroud won a playoff game last year.
Yeah, but so CJ Stroud last year against the Ravens in that playoff game, he got shit on. So I hope Jaden Daniels doesn't come out and get shit on. I hope he plays a good game.
He might, though.
He might, but I don't even think that's a Jaden Daniels thing. This Lions team is nasty, and the Commanders can't run the ball.
True. All right. Chiefs-Texans. You got the Chiefs, but you said you see the Texans.
I mean, since it doesn't matter anymore, I'm just going to take the Texans.
Okay.
I could see the Texans coming out.
All right, fuck it. I'm going to stay Commanders because I already did that, and I'm already down. I can't win either way.
Yeah,
so
let's just be fun.
Let's just try to make it close.
Yeah, I'm going to have the Texans winning. I think they could pick off Patrick Mahomes a couple times. I think Joe Mixon could maybe get going. Nico Collins is going to feast. And I just think the Chiefs are going to struggle on offense like they have all year. And in the playoffs, they're not going to get as lucky as they did in the regular season unless they get a couple calls.
Yeah. I think Chiefs are going to win.
If I was betting on the game, let's be real, I'd bet on the Chiefs. But
I think the Chiefs.
I got to make it more interesting. I already won. So, and imagine how sick it would be if the Texans won. We could clip this, post a short, and I look like a genius.
What if the Texans and Lions go to the Super Bowl, and it's two teams who have never been to a Super Bowl?
That would be pretty sick.
That would be pretty cool.
But I don't want the Texans to go to the Super Bowl. I want it to be the Bills or the Ravens.
Or, yeah.
I want Lamar or Josh Allen to get their first ring. If one of them make it and lose, that shit will piss me. Especially if they lose to Detroit, dude. Fuck Detroit. I hate the Lions.
But then Jared Goff. Where does Jared Goff rank all time in quarterbacks with the ring? Does he rank above Stafford?
Nah.
He's been in more Super Bowls.
Yeah, but can you really factor in losing a Super Bowl?
True. And Jared Goff has some ass. Stafford's never had a bad season.
Stafford's had a couple bad seasons, but in Detroit?
Yeah, true.
I mean, they both have had bad seasons, but Stafford has the longevity on Jared Goff. Like, he's always just been
Game of the week. Are we rocking who we're...
This is the Super Bowl.
Are we rocking who we're picking?
I think so.
No, it's funny. I think next week is the Super Bowl. Because I think whoever wins... Well, you are right, because whoever wins this...
would move on to play the Chiefs, most likely.
So they have to win... You have to play... Dude, think
but I think whoever wins this game will beat the Chiefs.
Wow, okay. Who you got winning?
I have the Ravens.
I got the Bills.
Do you actually have the Bills?
I do actually have the Bills.
Want to make it interesting and bet, like, $20?
Sure.
20...
No. How about this? 3 game picks.
Like a best 2 of 3?
No, I get 3 picks for this game. If I win,
No.
and if you win, you get $20.
No.
I get $20.
All right, that'll make it more interesting. We can. Is that a night game?
I have no clue, honestly.
We could watch that here.
Bills versus Ravens. They have to make that Sunday night one. 5:30, January 19th. Sunday, 5:30.
Let's come watch it here. And then also, I've been trying to get Jackson to finally start hanging out with us a little bit more. I was like, you should come over to London's for one of these games, and because I was working with him and Adrian, and they're like, let's go hang out in London soon. So we can get Ermac and Jackson to pull up. That'd be sick.
That would be fun. The bearded boys.
Yeah, and I'm gonna be off. I won't have shit to do. I'm house sitting for the Piles this weekend.
Nice. I think Adrian did tell me that because I mentioned Kate. He's like, oh yeah, Adrian's house.
Or Doug is so nice.
He's such a good guy.
Sorry, we can't talk about this on the pod this morning. But yeah, why do you think the Bills are gonna win?
Josh Allen, dude. I think it's more just like I really want. Like, I don't know if I'm racist. Like, maybe.
You know what's funny? That's been my thought process behind the whole MVP thing. I'm like, is everybody racist? Because it is clear. It is clear that Lamar should win it.
It is a little racist.
I'm sorry, it is so clear who should win it. Lamar had the better stats, and he's the first team All-Pro. Like, I'm sorry, there's no reason Josh Allen should win it.
That's so funny.
But I just think it's going to be very similar when they played in the regular season. I think the Ravens are going to be able to run the ball all over the Bills. I don't care how good your defense is. You cannot stop Lamar Jackson and Derrick Henry. We've seen it all the time.
I don't care how good your defense is. I don't think you can stop Josh Allen.
Okay, but I would say that the Ravens' offense is better than the Bills.
Who's scarier? Who's scarier to go against? Lamar?
Yes.
Is Lamar the scariest quarterback to go against? Or would you say Pat?
Was it me and you that was talking about the hardest quarterback to sack? Or was that me and somebody else? I think it was Jay.
It's easy
because we were talking about if it's Josh Allen or Lamar. I was saying
it's Baker's up there too.
But not with Josh Allen and Lamar. I'm sorry.
Baker's might be 3.
I don't know. But let's just.
I wonder what the broken sack thing is.
Okay, but let's just ignore that because I was saying the other person, whoever it was, said it's probably Josh Allen. I was like, I get Josh Allen is big and fast, but Lamar is quick. Like,
I don't think I've seen Lamar get sacked 5 times.
No, it's easily Lamar. But so would you agree with me? I mean, tell the truth that the Ravens' offense is better than the Bills. Yes or no? I mean, be honest.
I don't know.
I think
dude.
I think it's this. I
don't
think it's
know.
this simple. The Ravens have the better offensive line. They have the better quarterback, and they have the better running back. And the receiving cores are very, very equal.
I just think.
Am I wrong or am I
I think
right?
the Bills at home is a big factor, and
I think they're 9-0 at home this year. The Bills.
and dude, that atmosphere, and I think, dude, they're on a mission. Josh Allen got one ring.
But
He's
you
trying to
don't-
get another.
You don't think Lamar's on a mission?
DeMar is on a mission. They're
Or
both.
and
Dude,
you know who
think
else?
about
Hang on.
how
You know who
bad-
else is on a mission? Derrick fucking Henry. Derrick
Yeah.
Henry doesn't have a ring either.
Derrick Henry's 31. He's
And
old.
he's balling the fuck out.
How many more years do you think he has? 3?
I don't even know at this point. He's playing. Did you see that Steelers game? Like he made that defense look
Is
terrible.
he the greatest running back of all time?
There's just a lot of guys that are really good from back in the day that we didn't get to watch. So it's hard to say. In our era, easily.
Walter Payton. Everybody has Jim Brown.
Barry Sanders, Emmitt Smith.
So is he 5?
I don't know because
might
obviously
be
I can look at
5.
those guys' numbers. I never got to watch them play. But in our lifetime,
Easily.
no. Adrian Peterson's better. And that's not even me.
No,
That's
I
not
don't
even me
think so.
glazing.
I don't think so.
Adrian Peterson has 2 MVPs as a running back.
True. You're right. I just think it's a longevity
And
argument.
it's also a different era now. If
But
Derrick Henry played back then, he
Derrick
probably
Henry
has a
is the
couple
only running
MVPs.
back ever to rush for 2,000 yards in 2 seasons.
Damn.
That's crazy.
Is that true?
Yes.
Damn.
Or maybe he's like one of 2 and Adrian Peterson did it too.
No, I just didn't know that was true. That's
crazy,
just crazy. Damn.
I
I
might
don't
have
know.
made that stat.
I think
up.
Adrian Peterson's better, but Derrick Henry, like this
Dog.
era, is the best running back. And if he gets this ring, I hope he
Sick.
does. Like, and that's my thing. Like during the Ravens Steelers game and during a lot of Ravens games, when they have Lamar Jackson and Derrick Henry in the backfield, and he's handing the ball to Derrick Henry, there are literally 2 guys syncing off, waiting for Lamar to pull off. That is 2 extra guys that's not in the
Yeah.
fucking A gap with Derrick Henry running full speed up there.
It's like that duo is so crazy.
Did you see the play where where Lamar was trying to keep the read option, and Derrick Henry literally ripped it out of Lamar's hands and took it to the fucking crib?
That's so funny. And it's like, how the fuck do you take the ball from Lamar, you asshole? And then like Lamar's like, what the fuck? And he's like, oh, never mind.
No, literally while that happened, I was like, he just stole the ball from Lamar, and then he's going to the end zone. I was like, oh, that's why.
That is funny, dude. Maybe I'm racist, and that's why I want the Bills to win. Honestly, no.
But I think the Ravens' offense and defense is.
I just think it'd be so cool for Buffalo to get the Super Bowl. I think that's honestly what it is because Buffalo hasn't won one long.
Yeah, that is true. But I think Lamar's really.
Could you
trying to
imagine the
prove-
videos of Josh Allen on the Super Bowl parade?
Josh Allen would. He already is, but he would be like the king of New York.
Not New Yorkness, I guess.
Buffalo's the only team in New York.
True. I guess I don't really, but no New York fan is a Buffalo fan. I feel like anybody who lives in New York City, they're all usually
Maybe the
Jets
king of
fans.
Buffalo. I'll tell you that much.
Oh, he's the king of Buffalo already.
I know, but
he is.
imagine like.
But could you picture Lamar like shirtless in the fucking Super Bowl parade, just fucked up? That'd be so funny.
No, I really think it's Lamar's year this year. I can't even lie.
I have no, but this is my Super Bowl prediction: Rams Chiefs.
Yeah, 6 Super Bowl.
That'd be a sick Super Bowl.
I got Ravens, Eagles.
I think my Super Bowl is more fun.
Yours is more fun, but I'm just
Literally, you just picked like the 2 guys who got the best running backs.
yeah. If I got
Could
to
you
pick,
imagine? It's like, oh, maybe running backs there is a market for them.
yeah. If I
You
got to
fucking
pick,
assholes.
if I got to pick what the Super Bowl was, I would pick Bills Commanders. I think that'd be or Bills Lions or something.
Do you
Bills
think-
Commanders would be the most
Do
entertaining.
you think like teams like the Chiefs, Lions, and all these like see like these guys getting these good teams getting backs and like, huh? Maybe there is a running back market.
Yeah, I know. I think that was exactly what was proved this year. Aaron Jones' new team had a great season. Josh Jacobs' new team had a great season. Derrick Henry, Saquon Barkley. There's probably Joe Mixon.
But if the Eagles and Ravens both lose this weekend, then it's kind of like, yeah, there's. It means
I still don't
nothing.
think so.
You think it's? You think?
Oh,
it's
Derrick
Thursday?
Henry. Derrick Henry. That's one I didn't name.
Well, I was saying if the
Oh, no, I did
if
name
the
him.
Ravens and Eagles lose, just
If they
as
s-
normal, and it's like, oh, well, does I think
Nah, I don't think so. Because
they
the Eagles were way more dominant offensively this year than ever.
Yeah, true, very true.
Saquon and Derrick Henry are going to be the reason that running backs
You
are
know,
getting paid.
Jalen Hurts had like 15 rushing touchdowns this season.
Shocker.
Isn't that insane?
They're rushing it like they're like the Ravens if Derrick Henry shrunk down a little bit and Lamar Jackson got a little chubbier and slower.
Yeah, and a lot more aura,
Yeah.
a little
And
more handsome.
a lot more grit.
Yeah, showed up to practice a little earlier.
Like 5 minutes early.
Studied a little more film.
All right.
like half more film.
I'm excited for the Super Bowl.
He only sagged on one leg.
Okay.
I had
Penis is a little smaller.
Yeah, half his dick small. It's like lopsided like this.
Okay.
Fuck, I actually had something interesting to say, and then I got lost on my jokes. I'm hilarious. Gosh darn it, dude. What was I gonna say? I had something really interesting. There's just so much dead air just now. Fuck, I don't know what I was gonna say.
I was waiting for you.
I'm so annoyed. We're talking about Saquon in the running back market. Talking about Derrick Henry.
Or one of your camera just died. It just happened.
Do the fucking outro. Fuck it.
Thank you for coming into this episode of the Opening Kickoff. Fuck Sam Darnold. He's the worst fucking player in the league. Thank you for tuning in. Make sure you're subscribed, and we'll be back next week whenever the Lions get upset by the Commanders. Even though I didn't pick for that to happen.
Oh, we're so sorry to hear about your brother that passed away. He gets 5 big booms.